What's up guys, this is Coach Ray and welcome to the Armwrestling training series. This is the first video which I had to do I think 5 days ago already posted but I've been super busy and I really couldn't manage my time well enough. I will try to do it better on next week's, but yeah, this is my training series of 2020. I changed a lot for these training, like for my arm wrestling. I changed a lot of things, and this is what I always do. I get rid of what doesn't work or what shouldn't I be doing and just keep things that I should be doing. Together with powerlifting, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to manage everything together, but somehow I feel super good. I changed my diet. I lost already 3 kilos. I will talk about it at some point, but about arm wrestling training. So my focus, the biggest focus for, okay, let's start a little bit differently. So first of all, I changed my training into small segments of 2 weeks. So 2-week cycles. In these 2 weeks, I do a lot of exercise that are the same basically every day, but just undulating progression. So basically, let's say for day 1, I will do whatever exercise 3 sets of 5. For day 2, I will do whatever exercise 3 sets of 3, so bigger weight. Day 3, I will do 5 sets of 10. So basically it's just changing, but I'm working in very like small reps, like low rep count, 1 up to 3 on my work sets. And I'm doing what I call Arneson Plyometrics. So basically it's first of all, as you know, the best way to build tendon is through 2 types of training. One of it is plyometrics and other is isometric or static training. Basically what I'm working on is keeping my arm, everything tight, and just working on my back pressure. So what I noticed is my back pressure sucks very hard. It's all the motions, all the bicep motion. This is why I have no bicep, because I just hate training it. And I feel with all the problems that I had in my elbows, I was really just not doing it because I had these problems. Now those problems are close to gone, and I really need to do these exercises. So I'm really focusing on my back pressure training for these 2 weeks, and I'm doing it plyometric or static style. So basically every lift is just static lifts in cable machines. I'm doing some static with free weights, but all in all, it's just 2 things that I'm focusing on is getting stronger in these positions where I want to be. I don't want to be strong here. I want to be strong here, and making my body understand the movement. Like, we are so used to doing things that are easier. So like just an example, like when I ever do some lifts in cable machine, my leg placement is completely different when we're talking about like back pressure training and side pressure training. So for my back pressure training, what I noticed, I'm doing things like this because I have more leverage going back, and for my side pressure, I put my leg to the side and do like this. And like, it's different whenever you arm wrestling on table and you want to use that back pressure and you need that leg being here, because change the whole composition of your body. So now I just I arm wrestle like this, so I'm putting everything like that, and it's really not comfortable, but I feel so much better already. Another thing is what I call Arneson Plyometrics, is just lifting weight up and letting it down. So for me, it does 2 great things, as I said before. First is it activates all the muscles that I need. You get in these small positions and you're tight where you need to be tight. Another thing, it adds so much tension on your tendons. So like my tendons, I feel so stiff after each training. So this is why I do some giant set or super set where I just will do bicep curls, tricep extensions, things like that, just to get blood flowing. Because without that, I wouldn't survive a week. I've been doing this for 3 weeks, and now 2 weeks is more specific for my back pressure. And I put everything, I write down all the exercises I'm doing, everything is put down numbers, and I will do the testing like tomorrow, because it's end of the week 2, and just see how much I have gained in these small 2 increments. But basically, for me, it looks 3 arm wrestling training sessions was for week 1, and week 2 I will have 4. But back pressure, for me, it's like the muscle is there, like the movement is there, and by doing these kinds of static lifts with your bicep, with your brachialis, everything, you're just activating it. So for me, this is a great way to train, to stay tight. And I know some of you will see lifts where Devon Larratt is doing something with multi-spinner, and he just moves an inch and he stays tight and puts it down, and you're like, what's going on there? And it's something really similar to that. You need to stay tight where you are, and you need to be there. You need to be strong in these positions. I don't need to be strong here. I want to be stronger here, because all the leverage points, how I arm wrestle on table, where the height and everything. So the closer you are to what you're doing actually on the table in your training sessions, like the better you will be. But I haven't neglected my dynamic. I do dynamic work for brachialis and biceps as well. Not a lot, just a few exercises just to get blood pumping. And I don't go high reps, I don't go to exhaustion. This takes too much out of me, but like the numbers are increasing and I feel super good, super strong. Week 1 was pretty hard, but I feel really good. I feel like I can manage that, and I feel like I can keep getting stronger. But the thing you need to understand, you can do the same thing over and over again, but you need to change some things in it. So for example, reps, sets, intensity, these are the 3 things that I'm working on. I changed that. And other thing is after static or plyometric work, you need to do those full range of motions to get that blood pumping, like high reps, and just to get blood in those tendons, because they will hurt like hell. For first week when I didn't notice that I have to do these things, I just went all over, and my arms were so stiff. Everything was good. Like when we went to table practice, it took me 30 minutes just to get like warmed up, and then I feel super good. And I feel that, yeah, I'm getting stronger, especially in positions where I lacked. And this week's topic, 2 week basically, was the back pressure. And back pressure, I think, is the most important part in arm wrestling. Everyone can say whatever they want, but like every style, if we're not talking about the hand, if we're talking about the arm, every style relies on your arm to being closer, being able to come here. If your back is strong here, it doesn't matter. If you cannot hold here, your what we call angle will open up. So if your back is too strong and your elbow flexors are not working and not doing their job, there's no point of having strong hand and everything else. Every style, hook, tricep press, everyone relies on being tight here, or at least having power here to hold their opponent. Any style, it doesn't matter. So I feel like I really neglected this type of training. I was focused more on my side press and things like that, and this was a little bit of my mistake. But and again, it was because I couldn't do most of those things because of the nerve problems that I have with my right arm. So now it's better, and I'm focusing more on my back pressure, because back pressure is why I keep losing matches. I keep winning because of the tricep press, but if I will have this stronger, then most of the guys won't be able to open me up, so I would be out of my position, because everyone knows how I arm wrestle. And I think maybe I even will try to do some top rolls in the future, because now it feels much better. I like gained a lot of power in my back pressure, and yeah, we will see. So week 2, my focus is finger strength, because we tested it with Sandus Šedis, Latvian Wonder, like shit, like hardcore shit. And yeah, and I will talk about the fingers and everything else, and how important it is for arm wrestling and what we can do. But and then the training sessions, the weeks will come more normal, because right now, like, I don't have a lot to show you guys, just because I'm doing the same things over and over again. I will put some info in description, basically some variations how I'm doing it, so maybe you can have some ideas, but and apply it to your own training. But I feel that, like, these kind of trainings, they are hard, and you cannot do them longer than maybe even sometimes a week. But somehow I managed to do 2 weeks, and I think the blood pumping sets were the cure for that, and I feel super good. My arms, they are stiff, but everything feels fine. I feel that if we talk about the bicep and brachialis, like, it's never been stronger. And so for first 2 weeks, it was the focus on my back pressure, but also I worked a lot on my fingers, because that's what I like. For next 2 weeks, the focus still gonna be back pressure, but I'm gonna do dynamic, and I'm gonna show you how I'm changing my dynamic training, and basically for 2-week intervals, again doing clearly something similar, keeping something from weeks before. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy it, and I hope it will help you with your training, because arm wrestling training, it's never static, it's dynamic, it changes. You need to keep going, stay strong, and love arm wrestling.